It's happening again.
Greetings, Wayward fans. Thank you all for watching. My name is Kripke, and I will be your guide as we dive into another episode analysis video. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. Episode 14 of this season is called Nightmare. Sam's visions get stronger and lead him and Dean to a murderous telekinetic boy whose mother shared the same fate as Mary. It appears Sam is not alone in what happened so many years ago, as the mystery behind the yellow-eyed demon gets bigger. Sam convinces Dean that they must investigate the case he had a premonition about, but the two are puzzled when they fail to find anything that indicates that the death was a supernatural in nature. That is, until they find out Max has been using his recently acquired power of telekinesis to kill the family members that once abused him. Let the hunt begin. Max Miller was abused growing up by his father and uncle. He would be beaten, bones broken, and his stepmother did nothing about it.
He's a mean drunk. Hey, used to beat the tar out of Max. Bruises. Broke his arm 2 times that I know of.
My dad still hit me, just in places people wouldn't see it.
Max lost his real mother in a fire when he was a baby, much like Sam and Dean did.
Because she died in my nursery while I was asleep in my crib. There was a fire. He said that she burned up, pinned to the ceiling.
6 months ago, Max developed telekinesis and learned how to use it. He then put his new talents to use and first killed his abusive father, then his uncle in brutal fashion. His stepmother was next on his list for revenge, but who knows after that. The Winchesters have never fought anyone with psychic powers before.
He's no different than anything else we've hunted. All right, we gotta end him.
We're not gonna kill Max.
Then what? I hand him over to the cops and say, lock him up, officer. He kills with the power of his mind.
Forget it.
Max Miller was one of many special children created by the blood of Azazel and could move things with his mind. He is the first special child encountered by Sam and Dean. Max developed his powers approximately 6 months ago, around the same time Sam started getting premonitions. Unfortunately, Max used his newfound ability to murder the people who abused him all his young life. Telekinesis. This is the ability to move or otherwise exert force on objects or people from a distance, without physical contact. It has been used by humans through magic like witchcraft and sorcery, or from being a psychic or a medium. Max, on the other hand, is a special child like Sam. Thus he gained his powers from being fed the demon's Azazel's blood. Max used his powers to kill his father and uncle. It's rare when the Winchesters are up against a normal human, but with powerful psychic powers. But this is how they stop the killings. The Winchesters run to the Miller's house when Sam has visions of Max killing his stepmother and arrive just in time. Max notices that Dean has a gun and uses his powers to get a hold of it. Then tosses Alice against the kitchen counter, knocking her unconscious. Sam convinces Max to talk to him while allowing Dean to bring Alice upstairs and treat her injuries. During their talk, Sam learned of the beatings Max took, right up to a week ago. He also revealed that, like Sam, his mother died in a nursery fire when he was 6 months old, and that his powers began to manifest 6 months ago. Sam begs Max to stop the killings, but refused to listen to reason. He then locked Sam in a closet and went upstairs to kill Alice.
No!
Inside the closet, Sam has a vision of Max shooting Dean in the head for getting in his way. In response to the horrifying image, Sam discovers a new psychic power as he breaks out of the closet, presumably via telekinesis, and confronts Max one last time not to kill anyone. His pain and anger was too much for him, and he turns the gun on himself, ending his suffering.
No!
I know what we need to do about your premonitions. Vegas. What? Come on, man. Crab stable? We'd clean up.
This is the analysis and reveal, where I put the episode under a microscope for your entertainment and knowledge. Number 1. At the start of the episode, before Sam and Dean leave their first motel room, you can see the very famous Starburst clock up on the wall next to Sam. Number 2. Sam and Dean stay at the Escanaba Motel in Saginaw, Michigan. This is the first motel room in the series with a distinctive theme to it. It's furnished like a hunting cabin. And you can see a deer's head that makes its first appearance in this episode. And you'll be seeing more of this later on. Number 3. Director Philip Screechia personally chose to use the 2 early Bob Seger songs because he was from Michigan, and Nightmare took place in Saginaw. In addition to this, Phil asked his sister to send him coffee mugs and a baseball cap from Michigan to give believability to the setting. Number 4. This was the first and only time Dean used the infrared thermal scanner, fitted with display and green laser pointers that looked like it was modified over an EMF meter. This was one of my favorite tools used. Too bad they never used it again. On to cultural references. Number 1.
Good afternoon. I'm Father Simmons. This is Father Freely. We're new junior priests over at St. Augustine's. May we come in?
This is a reference to Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley of the incredibly awesome and popular band Kiss. This is a reference to Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley of the Number 2.
How's he pulling it off?
I don't know, but like telekinesis?
So he's psychic? He's a spoon bender?
Spoon bending was a signature feat of the famous psychic Uri Geller. Geller claimed one of his first telekinetic acts was accidentally breaking a spoon during a meal when he was 4. This is also a reference to the movie The Matrix, when Neo says, "Oh, he's a spoon bender." Number 3.
McCready. Detective McCready, badge number 158. I've got a signal 480 in progress.
Mr. McCready is a reference to Mike McCready from the popular band Pearl Jam. Number 4. Actress Beth Broderick is most famous for her role of Zelda Spellman, one of 2 Sabrina's unconventional witchy aunts on the popular TV series Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, from 1996 to 2003, starring Melissa Joan Hart as Sabrina herself. On to continuity errors. And now for some fun. I'm going to show you very short clips from the episode, and let's see if you can find the error. Pause the video if needed for more time. Number 1.
Wonderful of you to stop by. The support of the church means so much right now.
Of course. After all, we are all God's children.
It shows here that Alice has a cup in her left hand, which is greenish in color, then shows her handing it to Sam. When the camera switches to Sam, not only has the cup changed to white in color, but it's with her right hand. Number 2. When Sam starts to get one of his painful visions, Dean turns away with Sam with his arm around Sam's neck and shoulders. When the camera changes, Dean's hands are around his waist and then lets go. Number 3.
I don't know what you mean by that. You know I never did anything.
You didn't stop them.
Alice is in the kitchen chopping up vegetables. After she puts the knife down, you can see bits of the celery still on the knife blade. The camera turns to Alice, then back to the knife, where we can now see it is completely spotless clean. Number 4.
So what do you have?
The place where the Winchesters is staying at is called Escanaba Motel, which appears to be deep in the woods in a cabin-like setting. The town the story takes place in, where Max Miller lives, is in Saginaw, Michigan. Commuting between the two would be about a 10-hour drive, which is very odd. I mean, couldn't the boys find a place a little bit closer? On to Goofs. The fun continues. Just like with continuity errors, I'm going to show you very short clips from the episode, and let's see if you can find the error. Pause the video if you need to for more time. Number 1. After Dean is shot in the head by Max, as Jensen starts to fall, if you look closely, you can see a tube that sprays the blood right behind his head. It happens very fast, so I'll show it to you again, this time in slow motion so you can see it. Now let's tally up the total kills done by this poor, unfortunate soul. He first killed his father, Jim Miller, by suffocation of carbon monoxide. The second kill was done to his uncle Roger Miller by brutally severing his head with the window. He tried to murder his stepmother Alice, but was stopped in time by the Winchesters. His final kill was himself, unfortunately, with a gunshot to the old noggin. So the total kill was 3, but who knows how many he would have killed if Sam and Dean had not interfered. Max should have stuck to bending spoons. If anyone would like to know more about real psychics or witchcraft, please check out the links in the description below. If anyone has an interest in real paranormal investigating, or simply have a story, video, or photo you'd like to share, reach out to Thomas D'Agostino, public speaker, author of 12 books, and over 38 years of paranormal investigating. He is always looking for new stories and experiences to share. You can find his contact info in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe to become a member of Kripke's Supernatural Hunters. And don't forget to click the bell so you'll be notified of any new videos. I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to leave me a comment or any questions you may have below. Thank you so much for watching, Wayward fans, and as always, carry on the hunt.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry.